What's up guys, it's Emma here and today we're going to be talking about Fallout 4 VR. I tried a very short Fallout 4 VR demo at a Bethesda event recently and I'll be honest, I'm really flippin' excited about it. I've played a lot of Fallout 4 and stepping into it using the HTC Vive was just amazing. I'd go as far to say that it's the kind of VR experience that I've been waiting for quite a while now. Christian and I purchased the Vive back when it released and we played a number of games on there, but none of them have really coaxed us to set up the Vive all that often. However, from what we've seen of Fallout 4 VR, it looks as though it's worth dusting off the headset once again. In the demo, we spent time wandering around the Red Rocket and Concord, engaged in a few firefights, and even got to see VATS in action. The Vive controllers look as though they've been implemented really well, using the left D-pad for movement and the right one as a quick selection wheel. It's also possible to teleport, but the distance is quite short, so we found that using the D-pad to walk around was actually better. While you're traipsing through the Commonwealth, you'll also have the Pip-Boy strapped to your left wrist, just as you would in regular Fallout. To use it, all you have to do is raise your wrist and look at the screen, and then use the right controller to navigate the menus. Getting used to the buttons may look kind of fiddly at first, but once you actually start using them, you can appreciate how naturally everything has been mapped. VATS has its own button on the right controller, so if you feel a bit overrun by a group of enemies, or you just like those dramatic critical hits, you can enjoy blasting things up in slow motion. Aiming and shooting felt natural and responsive. At the Red Rocket I disturbed a pack of mole rats and taking them out felt easy and fun. I also tried out some power armor. It's weird that stepping into it in VR actually makes you feel a bit heavier while you're marching around. Exploring Concord was probably the highlight for me, as you get a sense that you're in a large broken city. You stare up at the buildings and the Museum of Freedom and everything just seems huge. Obviously I only got to see a tiny sliver of the game, but I'm impressed with what I've seen so far. It's worth mentioning that I suffer with motion sickness, so I have to carefully select the VR games that I can actually play. However, I didn't really feel that bad while playing Fallout 4 VR. Unlike some of the PSVR games that I've tried, where moving using a stick made me feel as if I were floating just above the ground, Fallout 4 VR appears to do a pretty good job at making players feel comfortable. I definitely want to try the game out for a longer period of time before giving it a proper seal of approval, but coming from someone that is usually affected quite badly with this sort of thing, it's looking promising. The only thing that I'm slightly concerned about is how buggy Fallout 4 already is. Now I didn't encounter anything dodgy in the demo, but I really hope that this nonsense doesn't happen in the VR version of the game. We have a while to wait until Fallout 4 VR releases, as it's set to launch on the 12th of December, but I think it will be worth the wait. Thanks for checking out our video, and give us a thumbs up if you thought it was alright. Remember to subscribe to our channel if you kinda like the sound of our voices and the games we cover too. Have a good day and see you in our next video or stream.